Have you noticed how often turmeric comes up in health conversations lately? Maybe you've seen it at your local grocery store, tucked into the spice aisle, or spotted it in bright yellow capsules at the pharmacy. Perhaps a friend mentioned adding it to their morning smoothie, or your daughter-in-law swears by it in her oatmeal. If so, you're not alone. Turmeric has quickly become one of the most talked about natural remedies, especially among older adults here in the United States. But why all the attention? Turmeric isn't just a trendy health craze. It's a golden spice with a deep-rooted history. For thousands of years, it's been used in traditional medicine systems like Ayurveda and Chinese medicine. Today, science is finally catching up with what many cultures have long believed. Turmeric, particularly its active ingredient curcumin, carries remarkable health properties. For those of us in our 50s, 60s, and beyond, these properties couldn't be more relevant. Research shows that turmeric may help reduce chronic inflammation, relieve joint pain, support heart health, and even offer protection for the brain as we age. And let's be honest, who doesn't want a little extra support with aching knees, stiff joints, or the occasional brain fog? It's easy to understand why turmeric has made its way into so many households. It's versatile. You can stir it into your tea, blend it into your smoothies, or sprinkle it over warm oatmeal. It's simple, natural, and fits easily into everyday routines. For many older adults looking for alternatives to harsh medications or chemicals, turmeric feels like a gentle yet powerful step toward better wellness. But and this is important, there's something most people don't realize. As beneficial as turmeric is, there's a catch. Its powerful effects can be significantly reduced, or in some cases even reversed, depending on what you eat with it. That's right, certain everyday foods, the kind that might already be staples in your kitchen, could be interfering with turmeric's benefits. And this isn't something most people are talking about. You could be taking turmeric every single day, thinking you're supporting your joints, your heart, your brain, when in reality, the combination of foods on your plate might be quietly working against you. Now, I don't share this to cause alarm, but to empower you, because once you understand how turmeric interacts with other ingredients, you can make smarter, more effective choices. You can get the most out of every sprinkle, every sip, every capsule. That's what today's video is all about: learning how to avoid 3 common food mistakes and, just as importantly, discovering 3 natural boosters that can dramatically enhance turmeric's impact. So if you've been adding turmeric to your diet or thinking about starting, I invite you to stay with me. Settle into your favorite chair, maybe make yourself a cozy cup of tea, and let's talk about how to unlock the full potential of this ancient golden spice. Because your health is worth more than guessing, it deserves understanding, intention, and care. And that journey starts right now. Now that we've set the stage for just how powerful turmeric can be, let's talk about one of the most common and most surprising mistakes people make when using it. It starts with a question. What did you have with your turmeric this morning? Maybe it was a golden latte made with powdered creamer. Or perhaps you sprinkled it over scrambled eggs and added a slice of American cheese. These are typical pairings, and they seem harmless, comforting, even. But they might be working against your efforts to stay healthy. The first food group to avoid when taking turmeric is processed dairy products. Let's break this down. Items like American cheese slices, sweetened yogurts, powdered coffee creamers, and even pre-shredded cheese are everywhere. They're convenient, tasty, and familiar. For many of us, they've been part of breakfast or snack routines for decades. But here's what makes them problematic, especially for those of us over 60, who may already be dealing with slower digestion or more sensitive stomachs. Processed dairy is often loaded with additives, stabilizers to keep texture, preservatives to extend shelf life, artificial flavors to improve taste, and in many cases, added sugars. These extras make digestion harder. And when your digestive system struggles, so does your body's ability to absorb nutrients, including curcumin, the active compound in turmeric. But there's more. Research suggests that certain proteins in dairy can actually bind to curcumin and block its absorption altogether. So even if you're taking turmeric religiously each morning, that slice of processed cheese or splash of flavored yogurt could be quietly canceling out its benefits. Think about that for a moment. You're doing something good for your body, investing time, energy, maybe even money into your health, and it might not be giving you the return you expect simply because of what you paired it with. But here's the good news. The solution is simple. You don't need to give up creamy textures or comforting drinks. You just need better companions for turmeric. Try switching to unsweetened almond milk, oat milk, or coconut milk. These plant-based alternatives are not only easier to digest, but they also support turmeric's absorption and reduce inflammation rather than increase it. You can still enjoy your morning turmeric tea, just use almond milk instead of powdered creamer. Still love oatmeal? Stir in a bit of turmeric with a splash of coconut milk and maybe a touch of raw honey. These small changes don't sacrifice comfort, they enhance it. And remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about being aware. Because the more we understand how our food choices affect our health, the more empowered we become to make changes that truly matter. So, the next time you reach for turmeric, take a second look at what's going on the plate beside it. Your joints, your digestion, and your overall wellness will thank you. Let's continue our journey to make turmeric work better for your body, because knowing what not to pair with it is just as powerful as knowing what to include. The next group of foods to avoid? You might be surprised. It's vinegar-heavy foods. Now, vinegar doesn't sound like a villain, does it? After all, it's found in everyday items, bottled salad dressings, pickles, ketchup, mustard, and countless recipes that use white or apple cider vinegar. It's that tangy flavor you find in your turkey sandwich with pickles, or in that fresh coleslaw from the deli. But here's the thing when it comes to turmeric. Vinegar's high acidity presents a real challenge. You see, turmeric is a delicate, natural compound. For your body to absorb its active ingredient, curcumin, the environment in your digestive system needs to be stable. When you combine turmeric with highly acidic foods like vinegar, it can cause that environment to become unstable. What does that mean? The curcumin can start to break down before your body even has a chance to absorb it. And for many older adults, especially those dealing with acid reflux, bloating, or sensitive digestion, that acidity can add fuel to the fire. What was intended as a health-boosting combo may end up leading to discomfort or neutralized benefits. Let me give you a common example. A well-meaning person decides to sprinkle turmeric into a zesty vinaigrette for their salad. Sounds healthy, right? But if that dressing is built on vinegar or citrus, the curcumin could be compromised before it even gets to work. Or maybe you're enjoying turmeric tea right after a lunch filled with mustard-laced potato salad or a few crunchy pickles. Small things, but they matter. So, how do we fix it? You don't have to give up your favorite dressings or condiments completely. It's all about timing and better pairings. Instead of vinegar-based dressings, try making your own with extra virgin olive oil, a splash of lemon juice, and a pinch of black pepper. This trio is not only delicious, but it actually enhances turmeric's absorption. Olive oil provides healthy fats, and black pepper contains piperine, a natural compound that boosts curcumin's bioavailability dramatically. And if you love pickles or spicy condiments, you don't need to toss them out. Just avoid eating them in the same meal where turmeric is your focus. Give your body space, literally and figuratively, to absorb the golden spice without competing with high acidity. The message here is simple, but powerful. Turmeric isn't just about what you take, but when and how you take it. Understanding how something as common as vinegar can disrupt its benefits gives you an edge, a way to be smarter and more strategic about your health. Your body is constantly trying to heal and support you. The more we support it with thoughtful food combinations, the more effective that healing becomes. You deserve to get the full value of every health decision you make, starting with something as simple and natural as turmeric. Now let's talk about something that brings comfort to many of us, but may also be silently working against our health goals. Think back to your last breakfast or mid-afternoon snack. Did it include a bowl of frosted cereal? Maybe a blueberry muffin from your favorite coffee shop, or a slice of banana bread that reminded you of simpler times? These foods are nostalgic, familiar, and unfortunately, they're also packed with refined sugar. And that brings us to the third category of foods to avoid when taking turmeric: sugary cereals and baked goods. Here's why this matters. Turmeric is celebrated for its anti-inflammatory properties. It works to reduce swelling, soothe the immune system, and protect your cells from chronic damage. But when you pair it with refined sugars, you create a chemical contradiction inside your body. Refined sugar is one of the most inflammatory substances in the modern diet. It causes blood sugar spikes, increases insulin levels, and contributes to long-term conditions like heart disease, arthritis, and cognitive decline. So while turmeric is trying to fight inflammation, sugar is simultaneously pouring fuel on the fire. It's like pressing the gas and the brakes at the same time. You're not going to get very far. Even worse, these sugar-laden treats can interfere with digestion and nutrient absorption. So not only does sugar increase inflammation, but it may also reduce your body's ability to absorb curcumin, the very compound that makes turmeric so beneficial in the first place. This is especially important for those of us over 60. As we age, we become more sensitive to fluctuations in blood sugar, more vulnerable to joint pain, and more focused on preserving brain health. Every bite counts. And when it comes to turmeric, what you combine it with can either support or sabotage your efforts. But don't worry, this doesn't mean you have to give up everything you love. It simply means making smarter swaps that keep the comfort, but cut the damage. Instead of sugary cereals, try unsweetened oatmeal topped with cinnamon, turmeric, and some fresh fruit like blueberries or banana slices. Instead of a processed muffin, enjoy a piece of whole grain toast with almond butter and a sprinkle of turmeric on top. Craving something sweet? Blend turmeric into a smoothie with fruits and a touch of raw honey or maple syrup. These natural options offer flavor, fiber, and nutrients without the harmful blood sugar spike. And remember, small changes add up. You don't have to transform your whole pantry overnight. Start with 1 or 2 simple substitutions. Over time, these choices become habits, and those habits lead to better energy, less pain, and more control over your well-being. So the next time you think about adding turmeric to your breakfast, take a moment to consider what's on the plate beside it. Because while turmeric is powerful, it can only do its job if we give it the right conditions. In you have the power to create those conditions, starting with something as simple as choosing whole foods over processed sweets. So far, we've talked about what to avoid when taking turmeric, but now let's shift the focus to something far more exciting: what you can add to make turmeric even more powerful. Because while certain foods weaken turmeric's effects, there are others that dramatically enhance them. Let's start with a tiny ingredient that packs a massive punch: black pepper. Yes, black pepper, the same simple spice sitting next to your salt shaker, may be the missing piece in your turmeric routine. It's not just for flavor. Black pepper contains a natural compound called piperine, and this humble compound can increase your body's ability to absorb curcumin, turmeric's active ingredient, by as much as 2,000%. Let that sink in for a moment. That means just a tiny pinch of pepper can unlock 20 times more of turmeric's benefits. It's like turning on a light switch. Without it, your body can barely see what turmeric is trying to do. But with piperine, the full healing potential of curcumin becomes available to your joints, your heart, your brain. And here's the best part: this isn't complicated. You don't need fancy supplements or specialty products. you already have what you need in your kitchen. You can add a pinch of black pepper to your morning turmeric tea. Sprinkle some over scrambled eggs with turmeric. Stir it into soups, stews, or golden milk for a flavorful boost. If you're already taking turmeric capsules or supplements, take a moment to check the label. Many high-quality products now include piperine, sometimes listed as bioperine, for this very reason. If yours doesn't, no problem. You can simply pair your supplement with a pepper-rich meal, or even a dash of freshly ground pepper in a beverage. And yes, freshly ground black pepper is ideal. It has a higher concentration of active piperine than the pre-ground variety in those little store-bought bottles. Investing in a small pepper grinder can make a noticeable difference in your daily turmeric absorption. Now, I know it may sound like a small thing, just a pinch of spice, but remember, it's often the smallest adjustments that create the biggest results. Especially when it comes to wellness in our 50s, 60s, and beyond, we want to be strategic. We want to give our bodies every advantage possible to heal, strengthen, and thrive. So the next time you reach for that warm cup of turmeric tea, or season your food with this golden spice, don't forget its perfect partner. Black pepper isn't just a kitchen staple. It's a catalyst. One pinch can be the difference between trying to feel better and actually feeling better. Now that you know how powerful a pinch of black pepper can be with turmeric, let's add another secret weapon to your wellness toolkit: healthy fats. This part is especially important, and here's why. The curcumin in turmeric is fat-soluble. That means it needs fat in order to dissolve, be absorbed properly in your digestive system, and actually reach the parts of your body where healing needs to happen: your joints, your brain, your heart. Without fat, curcumin often passes right through the body, unused. So if you're sipping turmeric tea with just water, or adding it to low-fat meals, you might only be absorbing a tiny fraction of its benefits. But the good news is, with just a little healthy fat, you can unlock turmeric's full potential. So, what kind of fats are we talking about? Let's focus on whole, nourishing fats that your body recognizes and loves. Extra virgin olive oil, avocados, almond butter or other nut butters, chia seeds and flax seeds, fatty fish, like salmon. These aren't just good for turmeric, they're good for you. They support brain function, improve heart health, help stabilize blood sugar, and reduce inflammation. That's a win-win. Now let's talk about how to use them. If you're making a turmeric-based soup or stew, stir in a tablespoon of olive oil. Near the end of cooking, love smoothies? Blend turmeric with a scoop of almond butter or a few slices of avocado. Roasting vegetables? Add a drizzle of olive oil and a sprinkle of turmeric before baking. Cooking morning eggs? Try using a bit of olive oil or avocado oil, then season with turmeric and pepper. The key here isn't to eat more fat, it's to eat the right kind of fat. That means avoiding highly processed options like margarine, vegetable shortening, or anything used in deep frying. Those fats can actually increase inflammation and undo turmeric's benefits. Instead, think of healthy fat as the delivery truck for turmeric. It picks up the curcumin and drives it exactly where your body needs it most. Without it, your body is missing the ride. And let's not forget, as we age, our digestive systems naturally slow down. That makes it even more important to pair powerful nutrients like turmeric with the ingredients that help your body absorb and use them effectively. So, when you prepare your next turmeric-rich meal or beverage, remember to invite a little fat to the party. It could be a simple drizzle of olive oil, or the creamy goodness of avocado. Whatever form you choose, it's one more small decision that makes a big difference in how you feel, move, and think each day. And now, let's talk about something a little sweeter, but still incredibly smart for your health. Raw honey. If you're looking for a way to make turmeric not only more effective, but also more enjoyable to take each day, raw honey might just be the answer. This isn't just about flavor, though the warmth and richness it adds to a turmeric tea is hard to beat. It's about what raw honey brings to the table on a nutritional level. Raw, unprocessed honey is a natural anti-inflammatory. It's also packed with antioxidants, trace enzymes, and compounds that support digestive health and immune function. When paired with turmeric, it doesn't just make it taste better, it actually boosts its healing potential. Now, let me be clear. We're talking about raw honey, not the processed kind that comes in a plastic bear bottle on your grocery shelf. Most commercial honey is heated to high temperatures and filtered extensively. That process strips away the enzymes, nutrients, and pollen that give raw honey its medicinal properties. Raw honey, on the other hand, is often a little cloudy, with a thicker texture and a richer, more natural flavor. That's how you know it's real, and that's what your body will thank you for. Here's how you can use it. Mix 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric with a teaspoon of raw honey in warm water for a morning tonic. Add raw honey and turmeric to herbal tea for a soothing bedtime. Drink. Combine turmeric and raw honey into a paste, sometimes called a golden spoon, and enjoy a small spoonful daily. This simple combo is especially helpful for easing seasonal allergies, calming a sore throat, or reducing inflammation in the gut. It's a wonderful way to get both flavor and function out of your wellness routine. Now, if you're managing diabetes or monitoring your blood sugar levels, you'll want to use raw honey in moderation. Even though it's natural, it still contains sugar. But the good news is, a small amount, about a teaspoon per day, is typically safe and still offers excellent benefits. Raw honey doesn't just make turmeric easier to consume, it transforms it into something you look forward to taking. That's important, because when it comes to long-term wellness, consistency is everything. So whether you're stirring it into tea, blending it into a smoothie, or taking it by the spoonful, raw honey is more than just sweet, it's smart. It's one of nature's oldest remedies, now working hand in hand with turmeric to support your body in the most natural, effective way possible. Let's take a moment to reflect. We've talked about turmeric, this ancient golden spice that's gained modern fame for good reason. It has the potential to reduce inflammation, support your joints, enhance your heart and brain health, and ultimately help you feel better, move easier, and age with more strength and confidence. But as we've learned, turmeric isn't a magic bullet on its own. It needs the right partners to truly shine. So here's what matters most. Avoid the combinations that quietly work against it, like processed dairy, vinegar-rich condiments, and sugary cereals or pastries. These might seem harmless, but they can block or even reverse the benefits turmeric is trying to deliver. Instead, reach for black pepper to dramatically boost curcumin absorption. Choose healthy fats to help transport its healing properties deep into your tissues, and add a touch of raw honey to enhance both flavor and function. None of these steps are complicated. None require major life changes, and that's the real beauty of this approach. It's about small, consistent choices, not perfection. A pinch of pepper here, a spoonful of almond butter there, switching from processed creamer to almond milk. These are changes anyone can make, and when done regularly, they add up to something powerful. They become habits. Habits that build a healthier body, a sharper mind, a stronger sense of energy and purpose, even as the years pass. Because here's the truth. Aging isn't about decline, it's about refinement. It's about using the wisdom you've earned to care for yourself in deeper, more intentional ways. Your experience is your advantage, and your health? It's still one of the greatest investments you can make. So as you move forward from this video, I encourage you to apply what you've learned. Try a new turmeric recipe. Adjust the way you combine foods. Share this insight with someone you love, your spouse, a sibling, a neighbor. A single conversation can change someone's day, even their long-term health. And if this message resonated with you, know that you're not alone. Each week, We're here to bring you thoughtful, science-backed guidance to help you live well, age well, and feel more in control of your health journey. Until we meet again, take care of yourself. You're worth the time. You're worth the effort. And you absolutely deserve to feel strong, capable, and inspired every single day.